What's up, everybody? Tiffany Outdoors here. Today we're going to do some horse training. Now, my neighbor has a horse that is deathly terrified of fly spray. It could be the sound that triggers her. It could be the bottle that triggers her fear. We're just not sure. This is horses. I'm not sure how old she is, and I'm not sure of her breed. That's not important. What's important is that we help her overcome her fear of fly spray. Because in North Carolina, there's all kinds of biting flies and insects that will just drive a horse crazy. So, as horse owners, we spray our horses with fly spray regularly. But this horse she's just so scared of it that we're gonna help her overcome their fear. So I'm gonna go find a area to put my camera, and then we're going to start working with her. Okay, so I have River here. I found that she's very hard to lead. She doesn't want to step forward, so maybe you can work on that a little bit too. She likes to pull on the lead rope some, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with this. It's just a spray bottle. The only thing that's in here is this plain water. The first step we're gonna do, we're not gonna touch her with it today, okay? So the first step we're gonna do is just wave it around her body and make sure that she accepts it just in her space. So that's all I'm gonna do today. As she pulls. See, she's just scared of it just like this. Alright, so as you can tell, she's very fearful just even the bottle. So I'm going to keep working with her on this. Hopefully you guys can see everything that I'm doing. All I'm doing is just waving this around, and when she stops, then I put it behind my back and let her rest. And her rest this time was just walking back up here without the bottle in her space. I'm going to have to work with her some more on her leading. As you can tell, whenever she stops, she doesn't want to come up off the pressure of the lead rope. So when the horse is locked like that, what you do is you go to the side, pull them one way or the other, and that unlocks their hips, and then they'll start moving off the pressure. So that's all I'm going to do to help her realize to move off that pressure is to unlock her hips that way, okay? So I'm going to go back, just wave this around and see how far I can get this time. Okay, so as you notice, I'm letting her walk away. I'm not trying to make her stand still. That's not my objective. Let her walk around. If your horse is doing the same thing, don't try and trap them. That makes them panic even more. Let them realize that they can walk away. Just make sure you keep consistent. Keep your movement consistent. Do the same thing, okay? Okay, we're going to start again. So that time, not as bad. She didn't walk back as far, so that's a good thing. And each time I stop, I'm going to help her learn to move up off the pressure of the rope. See how she's resisting? I'm going to come to the side, unlock those feet, and loosen up the grip. There we go. That time she moved on her own, so that's good, girl. Okay, now again. She's a little concerned about it, but not enough to move, which is good. Plus, I am a little bit closer this time. Stay still. See that sigh? That was her releasing tension and fear in her body. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, and now we're going to do it again. Her head's raised up just a little bit, so she's still concerned about this, so I'm going to stay at this level until she relaxes some. If she backs up, I'm just going to move with her. It's okay if she backs up. Okay, that was very good. Very good. The breaks in between the scary thing are just as important as introducing the scary thing. Well, when are eating? It's not eating time. She also has a problem picking up her feet, and at the same time, we're going to work on some of that too. Still a rub her down. Okay, so now we're going to do this again. There goes the head. Let's raise it up again, and that's okay. And there's a little bit of water because I want a little bit of sloshy sound too. So what we got to basically do is break this down into smaller steps. I'm not letting it slosh too much right now. This is still the beginning phase. brought her head down a little bit, and she's even relaxed enough to eat. I'm going to bump on her face because I don't want her eating. So now what I'm going to do is just start moving the bottle underneath. And you notice I'm going to try and keep this on one side at a time. I'm going to introduce it on this side first. Okay, so she's getting a little nervous right here, and that's okay. More concerned about the gunshots than this fly spray or this bottle of water. Got very sticky feet. There we go. Okay, so she got a little concerned when I moved a little bit further back, so I'm going to keep working with that and see how far back I can go. I also want you to keep in mind that each time I go a little bit further back, I'm going to start where she was okay with it in her face, like next to her face. Start there and then work my way back slowly, okay? She's still a little bit nervous with this right here. Her head's pretty high. I'm going to see if she'll bring her head down a little bit before I move back. Actually, right now she's trying to smell it, so that's why I moved it a little bit further in front here, so she can smell it. See, I did something different. Now she's unsure again. That's okay. Just gonna make different motions. Sticky feet. All right, and we're going to do it again. I'll start with my left hand because it seemed to concern her last time when I switched hands, so I'm going to start with my left hand. still wish her head would come down a little bit. That's okay, that will come with time. Now when she's walking away, if you notice, I bumped on her a little bit because I don't want her turning and running away. I want her to still be able to see me without running away, turning her head, running away. We don't want that. She's licking and chewing now. Put it in my left hand. Switch it from my left hand to my right hand. She seems okay with this right now. So I'm going to drape this over my arm. And now I'm taking the bottle a little bit further back. Go out this way with it. There, she dropped her head some. That was good. Now I'm letting it slosh up just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go back some. Seems okay with it here and here. A lot better with it right now. That's all I got here. On a spooky spot. So when you find a spot that makes her uncomfortable, then you gotta stay in that spot until they stop and relax. Like I told you guys, she's funny with her legs. So I'm getting too close to her legs now. Hey, this time I didn't have to convince her to come over here by unsticking her feet. So she got a little funny with her legs because I was getting too close to her legs. Her legs for her are very sensitive. My friend is not sure what happened in the past. I mean, you just never know with a horse that you buy from somebody whether they're telling you the truth or not. So we're not sure what happened. So we'll just have to work on it until she gets better with it. And we have to be patient. So whenever you're doing things like this, it's important not to get angry. You cannot get angry because it's not her fault. We don't know what happened to her. We don't know what somebody may have done to her. So we're just gonna make it our job to help her get over it. Okay, gonna go back to this left side and start at the face again, work back, and then down towards her leg again. Since that was a little bit of a scary point for her. You notice her head's a lot lower this time now. Start here. And back here. Now her head's raised up again. And that's okay. Like I said, we don't know if somebody abused her. Maybe somebody beat her with a bottle. We don't know. Or maybe nobody's ever put fly spray on her before. It's hard to tell. So she's okay with it up here and up here on her sides. Let's see how she does when I move down a little bit. Her leg. And at this point in stage, make sure you don't touch them with this yet. They're not ready for that. Alright. A lot better this time. The thing we're doing is putting it in her space. She's a little spooky too, so you see her jump every once in a while. Back up. Just dropping her head down a little bit. If she wants to smell it, I will allow her to smell it. If she wants to touch it with her lips and inspect it herself, that's okay too. She's just touching her whiskers on it. It's okay to let them see what's in their world. Let them see it, let them smell it, let them chew on it. I want her eating. Alright, so we're going to do this again. Down here, underneath, her back, her leg. She wasn't okay with earlier. Underneath. A little bit light. Now I'm going to go by her back leg. Up. Okay, so in that session she was really good until I got close to that back leg, and then she was not wanting to do, having anything to do with it. So she noticed what all I do is I just keep following her, keep doing the same thing. You have to stay consistent to let her see that it's not going to hurt her. She's still alive and her legs are still attached to her body. Because believe it or not, she thinks that this right here will hurt her. So we'll just stick with it and keep doing the same thing over and over. And now to start at the end of this resting session. Ugh, gnats out here are crazy. At the end of this resting session, we'll start over. I'll start from her head and slowly work down to her front leg, but along the back, her body, underneath, and then to the back leg again. still a little nervous with it, but that's okay. This is just the beginning. Here. And she got a little sticky with her, well, a little funny with her back leg, so we'll see what happens when I get back there again. Only thing I want to do is make sure I keep her face bumped towards me so that if she decides to kick out at this, she's not going to kick me in the face. She wants to leave, that's okay, I'll let her. Okay, and then she stopped. She made a little bit of moving around, and that's okay. It's okay. Just remember to let them rest in between these, because it can be pretty scary for her if she's not trusting or not knowing that this thing is not going to hurt her. So you just have to make sure to let her rest in between too. And at the same time, I'm going to be touching her legs, which she hates. That's okay. Work it all out. Turn around. Okay, then we'll start again. She's okay with the back, totally okay with the back. Legs. And in the beginning, it was this front leg she didn't want me to get near. So now it's her back leg. So we're evolving and getting better already. She's okay with all of this. She's okay with it back here. And notice when I go around and down a little bit, it kind of desensitizes her to let her know that this thing can go down there too. And nothing still has harmed her. So now I'm going to pull her face a little bit so she can see me. And what happens to that? Okay, and then I took away the scary thing. The feet were still, and that was good. So I'm waiting for two things. I'm waiting for her to quit moving around and keep her feet still. And we start again. She's already gotten a lot better. I can now put this like even closer to her face. In the beginning, I couldn't even get this close to her. She keeps looking at her horsey friends. I don't want her to look at me. I want her to see what's going on. I don't want to sneak anything at her. I want to be as fair with this as I can. That's why I need her paying attention and not eating, because I don't want her looking And this thing is right here, and then when she looks back, it's back there. I don't want to scare her. This is not to scare her. So when I do this, is where she is kind of nervous about. And that's okay. If she wants to be nervous, it's okay. She's doing even better now. She's coming off the lead rope a little bit better than she was in the beginning, so that's a good thing. And the more we work with her, the better she'll get. It's going to be ugly and imperfect in the beginning, but it's okay because it will definitely get better over time. We just have to take our time with her. We're not trying, like I was saying, I want her paying attention to where I'm at because I don't want to sneak anything at her. This is not to scare her to death until she's not scared anymore. She's already scared. This is to help her overcome her fear. So we don't want to be sneaky with anything, okay? And we do it again. Pull her up so you guys can see. Right there. A bit more. Step up. Step up. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Her head's a lot lower right now. That's a good thing. Head is a lot lower. That's good. That's good. Nothing there. It's when I get to that back leg is when she decides to leave, and that's okay. That just gives us something to work on. Just moving this bottle all kind of different directions because when we're spraying her, we're just going to be all over the place. So right here we're good. And I still haven't touched her with this. This is not the time to touch her with it yet. And she seems okay with this, and now she's not. It's because she wasn't looking. That's okay. I want to keep her head bumped towards me so that she moves away from me with those back feet. If you saw the size of these feet, trust me, I do not want to get kicked by these feet. And she turns off the pressure. That's good. That's good. Turn off the pressure really nice that time. Good girl. Good girl. And again. The more we do this each time, she'll get better and better because it's like we're starting all over each time. Her head's a lot lower. She's okay with me bending right here. That's good. She's not okay right here so much. That's okay. It'll get better. Look at that. Look at that. She wants to leave, but I think that she's figured out that there's no point in going anywhere because just walking in circles for nothing. And that was major progress. I'm going to leave her sit for a little bit and let her soak that in. And when we come back, I'm going to start on her right side. Okay, I've let her sit for about 10 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and start again. I'm going to start on this left side first, make sure we're still good with that, and then we're going to move to the right side. Notice how low her head is now. She's kind of standing kind of awkward and weird right now, so she might adjust her feet. That's okay. Again, I still haven't touched her with this bottle yet. Yeah, kind of exaggerating my bending over since she was pretty concerned about that earlier. And that's good. All right, perfect. I couldn't have asked any better for a horse that's really scared of this thing. So now, when we move to her other side, we may see the same things that we saw when we first started. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to turn her around so you guys can see from this side. Don't even want me on this side. I'm not asking her to move. I'm not even waving this yet. And she's already nervous. So you saw her reaction. So what happens is a lot of people, even myself included, we do everything on the left side of the horse because that's just traditional. Mount from the left side. We do everything on the left side. I even started on her left side. So when you go to the right side, they're like, oh, hold up, wait a minute. So that's what that was all about. So, and I didn't even wave the bottle at her. I just had it still, like right here. And she was pretty nervous, just me being on that side. So I just let her walk away. Now when she starts turning into me, I'm going to do this. Push against her because she cannot run me over. I can't let her run me over. This horse is probably 1,800, 2,000 pounds. She will crush me. Can't have that. So whenever I have to push against her to keep her from running me over or bring her head across and over my body and her getting away, we can't let her do that because that would be dangerous for me. So now I'm going to approach her right side again and start over. And like I said, each time you start over, it's like a whole new lesson. So it's a good thing that she's getting all these lessons out of one session. So here we go. There we go. I'm just going to pet her. I'm going to pet her right now. Don't need to do anything but pet her right this second. Let her see you got food on your face. Let her see that it's just me. I haven't hurt her yet. I'm not going to. I'm not going to lose my patience with her because she's scared. If I got mad at her and started beating on her with this bottle, I think it would make things 100 times worse. So, can't do that. Like I said, she doesn't like her legs touched, so I'm just going to about right here where she's comfortable with me touching her leg. That's also going to be another lesson for her. She's light years away from where she was before. You can even put your hand right here. So my friends have really worked with her on that, and they've got her to where you can touch her legs. Just can't pick her feet up because then she puts all her weight to force her foot back down. So just something else for us to work on with her. Okay. Oh yeah, she's light years away. Alright, so now I'm going to start waving this. A lot of times when you switch sides, they act like they've never seen the bottle before. That's why I always say horses have two brains, so you have to introduce the thing to both brains. So they got a left brain and a right brain. Just kind of nervous with it right here, so I'm going to keep waving it right here. It's the same bottle we've been using. Just nothing but a little bit of water in here. Bring her back, bring her back. She wants to leave. She's getting bored. And there's a horsefly buzzing around. Down this leg, see how she reacts. Ah, very good. Nope. Don't want it. So she got a little nervous when I got around that front leg this time, and so she went over to that corner where you can't see. But she finally stood still, and I waved it around a little bit. Now she's going through her resting period, and I'm just going to keep doing the same thing over and over. Okay, I'm going to turn her around again to the right side so you guys can see what I'm doing, and then we'll start again. Good girl. I'm starting to lead off this lead rope a lot better right now too. I'm going to start here. Got her head down, that's good. That's a good sign. Like I said, each time, just start from the beginning and then get back to the point when she was nervous, which was right down here. She was okay with it under her belly. She was okay with it there. She got a little nervous right here. Danced around a little bit, and that's okay. Okay. And come back up here and do it again. Let her smell it out of this nostril if she likes. Hey, yo. She's nervous of it. Let her drop her head and smell it, and that's okay. Smelled it a little. So I'm assuming that she's going to be okay with it. She's going to be okay with it on top of her, on top of her back. It's when I go down to that back leg is when she's going to not be okay, quite so okay with it, if you will. There we go. The important thing is to keep her head tilted so she doesn't kick me. horsefly buzzing around. Just as I suspected, she's not okay with this. It's okay. Just something for us to work on. Just as I suspected, she got really nervous with me being around that back leg, and she did dance around a little bit, not as bad as in the beginning. So she's making a lot of progress. I'm so proud of her right now. So what I'm going to do is start again. There we go. There's a huge horsefly flying around. If we could spray it with the spray, that would help. But right now, she's too nervous for that. Okay. I said she's good right here until I do this. And then she gets nervous. Alright, that's good. And she's looking and she can see me. This bottle. That's good. I couldn't have asked any better. I'm just going to work my way back up. Stand in front of her or at an angle. And then I'm just going to go to her other side and do the same thing, front to back. right. Wow, she's done so well. I'm just so proud of her right now. She has gotten so much braver with this just in her space. In the beginning, she was like, oh no. She backed all the way to the end of this corral. So I'm just gonna end this right here. We've made strides today. So I'm gonna end it here today on a good note. She's done very well. I'm very proud of her, and I can't wait to show you guys what the next step is. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.